Consumers Energy wants to launch a pilot program next year that would bury power lines in 6 Michigan counties.
The project would boost reliability across the state's electrical grid.
News 8's Megan Bunchman joins us now with more details. All new at 4. Megan?
Emily and Sue, not only would this program improve consistency for customers after a storm, but also public safety during cleanup.
Our aim is to bury about 400 miles of lines per year.
If you lived in the West Michigan area back in 2015, you'll definitely remember the EF1 tornado that tore through the city of Portland. Well, a dozen businesses, several churches, and nearly 70 homes were damaged. What wasn't impacted by the storm was Portland's electrical grid. That's because the city buried its power lines back in the 1980s. Consumers Energy spokesperson Jack Pachorek says that town is a perfect example of why buried power lines are the way of the future.
Historically, the cost at burying power lines has always been a lot more expensive. Well, with advancements in technology, we've actually started to see that cost come down, and it's about equal to other tools or other tactics that we use to make the grid more reliable.
Pending Michigan Public Service Commission approval, Consumers Energy will launch a pilot program next year that would bury 8 grids across 6 counties, including Montcalm, Allegan, and Ottawa, that in the past have experienced lengthy power outages after storms.
There are also parts of circuits that are located in heavily forested areas. They have a lot of trees around them. And so the tree trimming costs are higher in those areas because of how frequent we would need to be trimming trees in order to prevent power outages in those areas.
The program would cost consumers roughly $4 million. Pachorek says that if the update proves successful, consumers would aim to bury an additional 400 miles of power lines in the Lower Peninsula annually.
By burying the power lines, you're also helping to improve public safety, because if you think about when those thunderstorms roll through or an ice storm comes and they knock trees down, they knock tree limbs down onto those power lines are now a downed wire, and those can be extremely dangerous, extremely deadly.
While buried power lines isn't the only solution to post-storm cleanup and troubles, Pachorek says that they're expecting a 90% improvement in resiliency and reliability along those circuits once the program is complete.
Now, Consumers Energy is Michigan's largest energy provider, providing natural gas and/or electricity to 6.7 million Michiganders. Emily.